the assumption as per pollsters, at least before the elections began, is that we're going to have continuity, policy continuity, perhaps a third term in all likelihood of the Modi government. The question is, by how much? Now, you need 273 to form a government. Does BJP get more than it did last time on its own? What's the number you guys have?
Eurasia Group is pretty consistent with where Modi and the BJP landed last time around, so it's 305 plus or minus 10 seats. My interest is not in the exact number. My interest is that of all the elections in the world this year, India, the largest democracy that is going to the ballot place, India also one of the countries with the smoothest transition. Right? There's not a lot of uncertainty about the legitimacy of the system. It is seen to be free and fair and transparent. And Modi, who has been in power now for 2 terms, is almost certainly going to be in power for another term on the back of pretty strong economic performance and consistent reform. That is, in the grand scheme of things, a very stabilizing message.
Now, what does it mean for a third term and a political stable situation for India in terms of how the world is seeing India? I mean, right now for us, the conversation is about how India is the third largest economy sooner than later, how we are now a global power to reckon with. Is that something we're telling ourselves, or is the world also seeing it that way?
Oh, the world is definitely seeing it. The world has seen that India has underperformed for decades. India has this incredible demographic weight around the world, and they also, of course, have, very strong intellectual capital and so many STEM graduates and so many American CEOs come from India, Silicon Valley, right? And not just in the United States and Canada, all over the world. And yet India as an economy has underperformed. And now not only do we see Indian growth picking up, do we see India becoming the 4th largest economy in the world likely next year, the 3rd largest economy in the world probably by 2028. That's a big deal. But also India, as it becomes more powerful, defining itself in terms of friendship with the rest of the world, as a bridge to engage in stronger, more stable relations, as a leader of the global South, as stronger relations with the U.S., with the West. Canada's an exception. They haven't managed that well, but the rest of the G7, they've managed very effectively. And even stabilizing to a little degree, a limited degree, the Indian relationship with China in recent days. So I think not only is India seen as a more positive story, but India is also not perceived as a threat to the global stage. It's seen as a constructive part of a global economy that doesn't have many good stories like that today. So that's the reason why the West is paying attention.